too much red. We got green right now. What do you think? You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Here's a 54-second intro.
Welcome to Post Sports Antelope Baseball, a Post Sports radio presentation, live and free on Facebook and YouTube. This broadcast is made possible by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman, supporting what's good for Post and Garza County. The Post-Dispatch, the newspaper of record for Garza County since 1926. The Dispatch is the corporate sponsor of Post Sports Radio. Post Family Dentistry, small-town values, state-of-the-art care. Garza County Animal Hospital, a family atmosphere for family pets. KSSL Radio, playing the greatest country music ever recorded. The Will and Crystal Osborne family, proud supporters of the Bold Gold Nation. The Post Independent School District, we are Bold Gold. Carson Construction, Post-owned and operated. Call 806-626-3811. And now, here's the Judge Lee and Marcia Norman pregame show on postsportsradio.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to Post Sports Radio's coverage of Bold Gold Baseball, brought to you by the Post-Dispatch. You are listening to the Judge Lee and Marcia Norman pregame show. Russ Morris here with the play-by-play. Jim Plummer is here keeping the books and adding commentary. Video of tonight's game is live and free on YouTube, and we are coming to you from the friendly confines of Norm Cash Field as your Bold Gold are getting set for their district opener against the new home Leopards, who are on. It is Monday, March 10th. Like I said, it's game number 1 of the District 4 2A season, and Post is coming off of a decent showing at the Lamb County tournament last week. Post is under the direction of Israel De Leon, and who is in his first year here at Post High School. He is assisted by Jordan Aguilar. Now, New Home enters tonight's game following a victory over the Coahoma Bulldogs last Saturday. Per the information that we have logged and recorded, the Leopards have an overall record of 7 wins, 4 losses, and 1 tie, and have won the previous 4 games against the Bold Gold. The Leopards are led by legendary coach Brady Webb, who is assisted by Jess Wall and Tanner Mudd. Jim, would you lead us in prayer?
I will, Russ. Thank you. Lord, we come to you in prayer and thank you for the beautiful weather. It's a perfect baseball kind of day here in Post, Texas. We thank you for that. We ask you, Lord, to bless all the players, the coaches, the umpires, all the participants on the field tonight. Please bless them and keep them safe. And bless us in the booth, and we do a good job that'll glorify you, Lord. And please let your will be done and not ours. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. When we come back, we will have the Post ISD report when the Judge Lee and Marcia Norman pregame show continues on Post Sports Radio.
This message is sponsored by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman.
Texas 4-H is a club for kids and teenagers ages 5 to 18, and it's big. It's the largest youth development program in Texas. 4-H is for kids with animals and so much more, like shooting sports, food science, healthy living, fashion, and photography. Contact the Garza County Extension Office to sign up by calling 806-495-4400 or visit 4honline.com.
This is brought to you by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman, supporting what's good for Post and Garza County.
The Post-Dispatch is proud to support all of our local high school sports. They're excited to bring you all the weekly scores and highlights of your favorite teams, as well as keeping you informed about everything going on in the community. Subscribe today. You can choose to have your newspaper mailed to your home or business, or subscribe online and get the news when it's convenient for you. They're proud to serve the community and proud to serve Garza County. The Post-Dispatch, community news at the finest. It's springtime, and that means fleas and ticks are starting to target our little furry pals. Garza County Animal Hospital reminds you that although fleas and ticks are a threat to pets year-round here in West Texas, they become the most active during the warmer months. Get a jump start on your fleas and tick protection and keep your pet healthy and happy from a monthly application to a single pill taken every 3 months. Give us a call today to schedule your appointment. Garza County Animal Hospital, 495-3726.
All right, we are live from Norm Cash Field in Post, Texas. It's the first district game for the Bold Gold Antelopes and, of course, the new home Leopards. I want to thank our good folks, our good friends, Will and Crystal Osborne, for being sponsors. They sponsored our powerlifting meets and now sponsoring our baseball season. Good people in the community, supporting a lot of different programs, especially the ag-related. And, of course, their son, Cooper, playing baseball here today. Is he on the starting lineup, Russ?
He is not.
He's not, but he'll be here more than likely and get to play.
More than likely, I bet you they're doing some stock shows over in Houston.
Oh, that's right. He probably won't be here. Anyway, Hey, this is the Post ISD Report. It's brought to you by Post Family Dentistry, small town values with state-of-the-art care. It is spring break for the Bowl Gold students and teachers, but the coaches and athletes continue the action. Of course, we are here to bring you the doubleheader baseball game versus New Home. And then on Saturday, the Lopes will host the Ropes Eagles at Norm Cash Field right here. Junior Mason Wright, by the way, qualified for the state powerlifting meet by setting a regional record for squatting 670 pounds, Russ. Mason competes in with the 232 category?
242.
242. That's a division in the powerlifting meet he competes in, but he squatted 670. Way to go, Mason. The Bowl Gold shined in the roughneck relays this past Friday. The varsity boys placed second as a team, and the JV boys came in fourth. Many boys and girls had excellent performances at the meet. Recently, Renee Witt, author and illustrator of the book The Extraordinary Sky, visited the elementary school at Post, and she's the author of that book, and she read aloud to them the whole book. Our 3rd through 5th grade students attended the reading of her book and engaged in learning about Down syndrome. Also at the elementary school last week, the students raised over $5,000 for the Kids Heart Challenge. The celebration included recognition of the students, a friendly game of staff versus kindergarten dodgeball, and a lot of slime, I understand. Look, I didn't see that. You can see the pictures on the district's Facebook page. Coming up, spring break ends Friday and classes resume on Monday. PSR will live stream the baseball game again Saturday versus Ropes starting at 10:45 with the first pitch at 11. And we'll bring you the Lady Lopes softball game next Monday when New Home comes to play. The live stream begins at 4:45 that afternoon at David Nichols Park. This has been the Post ISD Report, brought to you by the Post Family Dentistry Small Town Values with state-of-the-art care. This is the Judge Lee and Marcia Norman pregame show. It will continue in just a moment here on Post Sports Radio.
My name is Sochi Anderton. I'm a dentist here at Post Family Dentistry. This clinic is a huge example of providing fancy dental care here in Post, Texas, because the residents of Post in these smaller communities, they deserve that same quality of care. We've expanded from 3 chairs now to 6 chairs at this new location. We are very proud here at Post Family Dentistry of our small town values combined with state-of-the-art care.
Are you looking to do some work around the house and would like to hire a contractor who does every part of the job? Then give Carson Construction a call at 806-626-3811. Greg Carson and his crew have over 40 years of combined experience and can do new construction, remodeling, and concrete work. Plan now for your spring and summer projects and call the guys who pride themselves on their work. 806-626-3811. Carson Construction, building a lasting relationship with each customer. Call 806-626-3811.
Welcome back to the Judge Lee and Marcia Norman pregame show here on Post Sports Radio. Russ Morris alongside Jim Plummer.
Yeah.
And we are coming to you live from from Norm Cash Field at David Nichols Park. And we're live on YouTube as your Bowl Gold gets set to take on the New Home Leopards. Now, the last time these two teams faced off against each other was on March 26th of 2024, with the Leopards winning by a score of 8-2. As we take a look at other games around the district today, Smyre is taking on Ropes. Tahoka will be taking on Sundown. Morton is taking on Seagraves.
Seagraves?
Yes. Speaking of, I mentioned there's New Home's legendary coach, Brady Webb. This is his 10th season as baseball coach for the Leopards. He will be seeking career win number 196. Today. Entering today, he has 195 career wins. New Home last year was a regional finalist. They finished the year 33-5 overall and were district champs with a 12-0 district record. Now, they did beat the Antelopes last year twice by scores of 3-0, in which was a really contested game all the way up until the waning parts of the 7th and 8th innings, as they had current Tech pitcher Logan Addison on the mound during, I believe, that first game, and the Antelopes held their own with a pitching matchup, with a strong pitching performance of their own. Just they could not get the bats going. And then finally in the second game, the Bowl Gold scored their first ever points against New Home as district opponents, but unfortunately they fell 8-2. Now, this is Coach De Leon's first year here at Post, as previously mentioned. The Bowl Gold last year went 6-14 through 20 games, but only won 2 district games, going 2-10 in district. So here's what we'll do. We'll take one more break, and then we'll have the starters for both teams as well as possibly the national anthem here on Post Sports Radio, your go-to source for Bowl Gold and Lady Lope sports.
My name is Sochi Anderton. I'm a dentist here at Post Family Dentistry. This clinic is a huge example of providing fancy dental care here in Post, Texas, because the residents of Post in these smaller communities, they deserve that same quality of care. We've expanded from 3 chairs now to 6 chairs at this new location. We are very proud here at Post Family Dentistry of our small town values combined with state-of-the-art care.
This message is sponsored by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman.
Texas 4-H is a club for kids and teenagers ages 5 to 18, and it's big. It's the largest youth development program in Texas. 4-H is for kids with animals and so much more, like shooting sports, food science, healthy living, fashion, and photography. Contact the Garza County Extension Office to sign up by calling 806-495-4400 or visit 4honline.com.
This is brought to you by Judge Lee and Marcia Norman, supporting what's good for Post and Garza County.
It's springtime, and that means fleas and ticks are starting to target our little furry pals. Garza County Animal Hospital reminds you that although fleas and ticks are a threat to pets year-round here in West Texas, they become the most active during the warmer months. Get a jump start on your fleas and tick protection and keep your pet healthy and happy from a monthly application to a single pill taken every 3 months. Give us a call today to schedule your appointment. Garza County Animal Hospital, 495-3726.
Post Antelope Baseball is powered by Family Cleaners, your hometown laundry and dry cleaners on West Main Street in Post. The Post Area Chamber of Commerce, serving Post in all of Garza County. Visit postcitytexas.com. Richie Rich Barbershop, Yo Hablo Espanol, a licensed local barbershop on East Main and Post. Call for info and an appointment at 806-706-8413. And Post Plumbing, Heating and Air. One call does it all. 806-577-1300. Post Sports Radio thanks these sponsors for making Bold Gold Baseball live and free on Facebook and YouTube.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the Judge Lee and Marcia Norman pregame show here on Post Sports Radio. You're listening live on YouTube. Once again, Russ Morris here along with Jim Plummer. Now let's move on to the rosters / lineups for both teams, starting with the new home Leopards.
I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and do, you got everybody listed here, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we'll do the lineups. New home batting first, of course. Let's explain our camera shots today. The top left is a close-up of the pitcher's mound and batter's box. Coach is in there now having a meeting with the umpires. Your top right corner, your scoreboard, and Jim Plummer's in charge of that, so it may take a little bit of practice keeping this thing straight. So once again, thanks for joining us. New home, very successful last year. Once again, I think Russ already told you their record was like 33-5, 12-0 in district. They made it to the regional finals. And the lineup is going to go like this, starting from top to bottom. Batting first should be Graham Stanford, the pitcher. Then Hunter Burrell, the catcher. Ryder Starkey, the shortstop. Ryder Watkins, the first baseman, at third base. And batting fifth will be Branson Beckham.
Branson Beckham.
Batting in the sixth slot. Cooper Brown playing second base. Avon Madrid, the left fielder, will bat seventh, and eighth is Jair Johnson, the left fielder. The DH batting ninth will be
Tucker Cotton.
There you go. That looks like Tucker. Russ wrote these down, so I'm not used to his writing that much. And my pencils run out. So, Russ, let's go over to the Bold Gold Antelopes.
Well, your starting lineup for the Bold Gold will be number 11, Cameron Menchaca, who is listed as the designated hitter. Luca Perez will be taking the mound for the Bold Gold today. He's batting second, followed by Colton Hawkins, who will be out in right field. Daniel Young will be batting cleanup in batting fourth, as he is a shortstop. Followed by number 5, batting fifth will be Brian Saucedo. He'll be out at third base. Jax Perez will be batting sixth. He will be at second base today. Isaiah Moreno will be batting seventh, as he is out in left field. Number 12, batting eighth, is E.J. Soto. He'll be out in center field. Number 13, Daniel Carroll, will be batting ninth, as Daniel Carroll will be out on first base. And then Eric Rodriguez, number 3, will be the catcher, as Cameron Menchaca is listed as the designated hitter once again for the Bowl Gold. So those are your lineups, as well with your subs will be Caden Hawkins, Domingo Soto, Calvin Jarrett, and Sawyer Mackey.
If I go back to the new home Leps, I got 2 Tuckers in a row. Batting ninth is Tucker Cotton. He's the DH, hitting for Tucker Watkins, who's the right fielder. Also on the roster, you've got number 11, Cager Stowe. Number 3 is Conley Mounts. And then 8 is Brock Besire. Is that how you would say that? Bessire?
Yes, that's how I would say
Close
it.
enough? Anyway, so we're getting ready here for the first game of district. Russ, you ready?
I'm ready, as your Bowl Gold are taking the field first. As once again, standing on the mound will be number 5, Luca Perez. And catching, once again, will be Eric Rodriguez.
What classification is he, do you know?
I do not. That's a great question.
These people down here know. Y'all know what grade Eric Rodriguez is in? Sophomore. There we go. Thank you, sir. Mr. Soto down the other end. Got a full press box today with us filling up the gap here on the right.
Jim, the last time we called the game, it was this past Thursday with your Lady Lopes knocking off Borden County 20-4, and what was an impressive win, but they only had 2 umpires out there on the softball field. We have 3 out here today.
All right, should be a clean game.
Should be about, trying to see if that's actually right. No, I don't think there's actually 2.
Yeah, there's just 2.
There's 2. Okay.
Yes.
Well, either way, it should make for a good one. I'm curious to see how Graham Stanford is going to do for New Home on the mound, because they have the pitching staff in general has big shoes to fill with Logan Addison being recruited and committed and signing to Texas Tech in the offseason, as well as many other of their Leopards, not necessarily going to Tech, but going to play collegiate ball as well. So I think, guys, we're in for should be an awesome game for game 1 of our doubleheader. Once again, our doubleheader, game 2 of the doubleheader will begin right around 6:30. Of course, that's what it says on the schedule.
Okay, that's the last warm-up pitch, Russ.
So stepping in to the dish will be number 9, Graham Stanford. Be batting right-handed.
Getting a thumbs up from the home plate up. We don't have names of the umps, which doesn't matter, actually. Once again, the camera top left is the shot of the batter with the pitcher in the background.
Was the first pitch from Luca. That ball is popped up out into center field. It's going all the way to the wall. E.J. Soto chases it down. Stanford is on second. He's going to third. The throw is in. Stanford is standing up on third with a triple.
1 pitch and a triple to start off the game.
That ball was smashed, and it bounced off the center field wall. Now in comes Hunter Burrell in for New Home. That's Graham Stanford standing on third. Comes a pitch from Luca. Catches the inner part of the zone for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 from Perez. Just a bit inside for ball 1. As that made Burrell have to back out of the batter's box a little bit. Here comes a 1-1. Swing and a miss down low for strike 2. Here comes the 0-2. Just a bit inside for ball 2. Counts now even at 2-2. Perez gets the signal from Eric Rodriguez. Here comes the 2-2 as Hunter Burrell gets hit by the pitch, and he'll be standing on first as now runners are in the corners at first and third. Now batting is number 12, Ryder Starkey.
He is the shortstop and a returner from last year. The junior this year.
Texas High School Baseball Coach Association first team All-State and the Texas Sports Writer Association second team All-State.
So quite the accomplished, hitting in the third spot.
Here comes the pitch as the runner goes. Stands up on second. That's a stolen base for Hunter Burrell. Is now runners are at second and third, both in scoring position. Here comes the 0-1 from Luca. That ball is crushed out into right field. Left field. That ball is gone.
Oh my goodness. Ryder Starkey with a smash to left field.
It was a 3-run bomb. He trots around the bases and comes home. Is now awaiting to step in to the dish will be number 7, Ryder Watkins. He's a returning starter from last year. He was a pitcher, first baseman in the outfield. The Texas Sports Writer Association honorable mention All-State and was first team All-District from last season. Here comes the pitch. It's just a bit outside for ball 1. Here comes the pitch. Down low for ball 2. Once again, we're still here in the top of the first. No outs. Count is 2-0. Here comes the pitch. It's down low for ball 3. Here comes the 3-0 from Luca. It's fouled for strike number 1. Counts now at 3-1.
I think it is, Russ. Am I right? Oh, 3-1. Never mind. Got a foul ball. Sorry.
Watkins steps back into the box. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Catches the outer part of the strike zone for strike 2. It's now full count. Watkins gets loaded up at the plate.
Timeout by the batter.
A lot of these timeouts called from the batters that you see called are head games. Here comes the 3-2. It's a grounded foul. Count remains a full count. That'll wake up Daniel Carroll at first base to get the juices moving and making sure he's ready to see some action. Here comes the 3-2. Ball is popped right back out into center field. Lands out in center field. Stop by E.J. Soto. He throws it back into the shortstop, Daniel Young, as Ryder Watkins stands on second for a double.
It's 3 hits in the first 4 batters for the Leopards today already in the first inning.
Now here is Branson Beckham. Standing in he'll be batting right. Ryder Watkins was the first left-handed batter we saw through the lineup. Luca throws back to second to check the runner. Runner stays. Looks over to second. Here comes the 0-0. Is now Watkins runs and stands up on third.
It's going to be a pass ball on that one, Russ.
As that ball just got away from Eric Rodriguez. It just bounced off the tip of his glove. Counts 1-0. Comes the pitch. Gets away from Rodriguez. Watkins will stay on third. Counts now 2-0. Again, we're still here in the top of the first with no outs. Here comes the pitch. Just a bit high for ball 3. Here comes the 3-0. He's down low for ball 4. Branson Beckham will stand on first. As now here comes number 4, Cooper Brown, batting 6th. Runners on the corners at first and third. Luca gets the signal from Eric Rodriguez down at home plate. Here comes the 0-0. Runner goes to second. He stands on second with a stolen base. So now both runners in scoring position. Here comes the 0-1. Just a bit down low and outside for ball 1. Comes the 1-1. Catches the inner part of the zone for strike 2. Counts now 1-2.
Still no outs.
Here comes the pitch. Down low and outside for ball 2. Counts now even at 2-2. Here comes the 2-2. Just a bit outside for ball 3. Counts now a full count. Comes the 3-2. Grounded to the second baseman. That's Jax Perez. Throw over to first is in time for out 1 as 1 run does score. So now only Branson Beckham stands on third base. As now in comes Avin Madrid, batting 7th.
4-0 the score now, top of the first.
There is 1 out. Now here comes the pitch.
Yeah.
Taken down the middle for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Luca. It's taken down low for ball 1. Madrid loads up. Here comes the 1-1 from Luca. It's taking just a little bit high and outside for ball 2. Counts now 2-1. Again, there's 1 out here still in the top of the first. Here comes the pitch. Just a bit inside for ball 3. Madrid steps back into the box. Here comes the 3-1. It's just a bit outside. Madrid's going to be standing on first with another walk. As now in comes number 5, Jair Johnson. Runners on the corners. Top of the first. Score is 4-0 in favor of New Home with only 1 out. Beckham standing on third. Here comes the pitch. Runner goes to second. He'll be standing on second base. There was no throw down to try to get him out. Now both runners in scoring position. Count is 1-0. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. Luca gets the pitch from Rodriguez. Here comes the 1-1. Fouled off the tip of the bat for strike two. Counts now 1-2. Again, there's only one out here in the top of the first. Ball is grounded right back to Daniel Young. Can't field it. It's going to be an error as one run scores. As Johnson stands on first with an E6.
Yeah, it's Beckham scores from third. Let's see. We had
it's going to be Madrid standing on third. He advances from second. That puts Johnson on first. As now here comes Tucker Cotton, batting lefty. Comes the pitch. Swing, grounded. Nope. Catch is caught.
a line drive to the shortstop.
As Daniel Young makes up for the error just committed. Now there's two away here in the top of the first. Back to the top of the order is Graham Stanford. He had all mentions from last season. Senior is a pitcher, catcher, and outfielder, Texas High School Baseball Coach Association third team All-State, and the Texas Sports Writers Association honorable mention All-State from last season.
He started off the game on the first pitch, hitting a triple. I think it was at the left center.
Comes the 0-0. Runner goes. It's going to be Johnson standing up on second. Runners in scoring position now on second and third. Count is 1-0. Here comes the pitch. It's taken down low for ball two. Again, it counts 2-0 with two outs. Here comes the pitch. It's taken down the middle for strike one. Here comes the 2-1. Just a bit inside for ball three. Counts now 3-1. Luca takes his time getting back to the mound. Stanford takes his time getting back into the batter's box.
That's baseball, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's in a rush.
You don't have a pitch clock here at high school. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike two. Counts now 3-2.
We got two outs.
Two outs here in the top of the first. The Bogo looking to stop the bleeding and get to their half of the first. Here comes the 3-2. Yeah, it's close, but it's going to be ball four as now the bases are loaded. As now Hunter Burrell will come in. As he is also a returner from last year. He was the district newcomer of the year last season. So now the bases are loaded, two outs. Top of the first. Here comes the pitch. As that ball is popped up out into right field and then is off of the glove of Colton Hawkins as 2 runs score. Runner stops at first and second. Score is now 7-0 in favor of New Home. That ball was just off of the glove of Colton Hawkins out in right field. And so this brings up Ryder Starkey. Back up to the dish.
Starkey had the home run in the first, well, still in the first inning, but his first time up. Going to get a courtesy runner in, it looks like.
Courtesy runner is going to be number 3.
It's Conley Mounts. That's how you say it.
As Graham Stanford is the pitcher for New Home. Here comes the pitch. Ball is hammered out into left center field. Is going to the wall. That's back-to-back home runs for
my goodness
for Starkey. That's another 3-run bomb.
Hey, what did Burrell do just previously?
He got on
just before the home run there.
Oh, give me a second. I can probably tell you.
Anyway, Starkey with another home run, his second and as many times at the plate. Making that score now 10-0 in favor of New Home here in the first inning.
Here comes the pitch. That ball is hit out into right field. It's going to land just in front of Colton Hawkins for a single as Ryder Watkins stands on first with a single. And, Jim, before the home run, Hunter Burrell hit a double.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So the score is now 10-0. And there's 2 outs. Now this brings up Branson Beckham. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Throw back to first. Pulls Daniel Carroll off of the bag, but the runner gets back in time. Here comes the 0-1. No. Check back to first. Keeps the runner at first base. Everybody gets set. Here comes the 0-1. Taken down the middle for strike 2.
Is it 1-2?
Here comes the 1-2. Luca gets set. Here it comes. And he strikes out the side. The side retires. As we head to the bottom of the first inning with your score 10-0, you're listening to Bogo Baseball here on Post Sports Radio Live on YouTube.
It's springtime, and that means fleas and ticks are starting to target our little furry pals. Garza County Animal Hospital reminds you that although fleas and ticks are a threat to pets year-round here in West Texas, they become the most active during the warmer months. Get a jump start on your fleas and tick protection and keep your pet healthy and happy from a monthly application to a single pill taken every 3 months. Give us a call today to schedule your appointment. Garza County Animal Hospital, 495-3726.
Well, as we get set to start the bottom of the first inning here on Post Sports Radio, your score is 10-0 in favor of New Home. It's just to recap that last inning. New Home scored 10 runs on 7 hits. As I believe, according to my eyes, they had 2 errors with an unfielded ball by Daniel Young out on the shortstop and a dropped ball by Colton Hawkins out in right field. But Luca Perez is able to recover and strike out the batter to stop the bleeding. Score is 10-0. Is now coming up for Post is going to be number 11, Cameron Menchaca, to lead things off for the Bowl Gold. Graham Stanford is on the mound. Hunter Burrell is the catcher. Branson Beckham at third. Ryder Starkey's a shortstop. Cooper Brown at second base and Ryder Watkins at first. In the outfield is Jair Johnson in left field. Avin Madrid in center. And Tucker Watkins out in right field. I didn't get to mention Cooper Brown. He's a returning senior, second base and shortstop for New Home, his first team All-District. And then Graham Stanford, I meant to mention him as well as Ryder Watkins. Graham Stanford was a returning pitcher, pitcher, catcher, and outfield for the Texas High School Baseball Coaches Association, third team All-State, and Texas Sports Writer Association, honorable mention All-State. And Ryder Watkins was the pitcher, first base, and outfield, Texas Sports Writer Association, honorable mention All-State, and first team All-District from last season.
Russ got a lot of catching up to do.
The final throw down to second is now walking up to the batter's box is going to be Cameron Menchaca. is Cameron Menchaca.
Batting 400.
Batting 400 on the year. He has an on-base percentage of 500 and an OPS of 9 and a slugging percentage of 400 as well. He's got 2 hits on the year. So now Cameron Menchaca steps in. He's batting righty. Now here comes the pitch. Fouled right back to the catcher's net for strike 1.
I guess Cameron's batting for Eric Rodriguez, the catcher.
Yes. Now here comes the 0-1 from Stanford. Swing and a miss. It's a good action on that slider for strike 2. Comes the 0-2. Popped up and over the press box entirely for a foul ball. Count remains at 0-2. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Cameron goes down swinging. Is now here comes number 5, Luca Perez, the pitcher. Luca on the year.
I think he's leading the team with a 600 batting average. If my eyes don't deceive me. Right behind him is Cooper Osborne. Cooper not here today.
Got an on-base percentage of 739. Comes the 0-0. Taken on the outer part of the zone for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Right down the middle again for strike 2. Here comes the 0-2. Good action on the curveball. Catches Luca looking for strike 2.
That was a high breaking ball. Probably just got into the zone. But enough to strike him out.
He's now batting third is Colton Hawkins. Colton on the year is batting .444 as he fouls the ball off the edge of his bat for strike 1. Colton also has an on-base percentage of .643 with a slugging percentage of .778. Stanford gets ready. Here comes the 0-1. Just a bit high and outside for ball 1.
It's warm enough for the Yellow Jackets to come out and see us.
Count is 1-1 with 2 outs. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Test 1-2.
Here comes the 1-2. Just high. For 1 and
3-1, I think.
Yeah, I should put the count at either 2-2 or 3.
I think it's 3.
Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Side is retired. As now we head to start the top of the second inning for you right after this here on Post Sports Radio.
Post Antelope Baseball is powered by La Isabel Boutique, a girls' boutique with clothes, accessories, and custom hair bows. The boutique is located at Avenue H in East Main. The Post Area Chamber of Commerce, serving posts in all of Garza County. Visit postcitytexas.com. The Post Methodist Church, making disciples of Jesus Christ. Antelope Wash and Dry, a clean, affordable laundromat now open at 303 South Broadway. And Happy State Bank, a division of Centennial Bank, member FDIC. Post Sports Radio thanks these sponsors for making Bold Gold Baseball live and free on Facebook and YouTube.
Welcome back to Post Sports Radio's coverage of BOGO Baseball as we get set to start the top of the second inning. Your score is 10-0 in favor of the new home Leopards as that last half inning ended with no runs, no hits, nobody on base as Graham Stanford was able to strike out the side in order on strikes. Is now coming up to start the inning. believe
I'm sorry.
Who should that be, Jim?
I'm good. Cooper Brown will start off. He is the second baseman, first time up. Looks like he grounded out to second base for an out. One of the three of the innings. You only get three. He's a left-handed batter. Nope, he's going to the right side.
Also, he's a switch hitter.
See what he does this time. He'll be followed by Avon Madrid and Jair Johnson.
Here comes the 0-0. The ball is hammered down into left field.
In the sun.
It is off of the glove of Isaiah Moreno as Cooper Brown stands up on second with a double.
Yeah, Moreno out there has sunglasses on, but not enough to keep that sun out of his eyes. Just got past him.
Yeah, I said it was off. I think that ball just went over the glove just a little bit.
So we'll give Brown a double on that.
Now this brings up Avon Madrid.
Madrid walked the first time up, ended up scoring one of the 10 runs in the first inning.
Here comes the pitch. The ball is going right back into left field as one run scores. Madrid heads to second. The throw is back to third to Brian Saucedo as one run does score.
We'll give Madrid a single on that. He got the second on the throw.
This brings up Jair Johnson.
Jair Johnson got on base on an error. First innings, ended up scoring.
As he fouls the ball back to the catcher's net for strike one. Count is 0-1 here in the top of the second. Your Carson Construction score is 11-0 in favor of New Home. Here comes the pitch. It's taken just high for ball two. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss for strike two. Counts now 1-2. Runner in scoring position on second base. Here comes the pitch. Taken down low and outside for ball two. Counts now even at 2-2. Here comes the pitch. Going right back to right field is over the head of Brian Saucedo. One run will score. Now here comes Johnson to second as he does get on base. That's going to be a double.
Yes, sir.
As Madrid does score. This now brings up Tucker Cotton for his second. I believe this is his second appearance at the plate.
Yes, sorry.
Here comes the pitch.
He's the DH, number 15. Hit a line drive to the shortstop for an out in the first inning.
He takes the first pitch down low for a ball. Here comes the 1-0. Down low for ball two.
Are you showing 12-0?
Yes.
So are we. No, we're not. Let's see. I'm stuck there.
Here comes the 2-0. Fouled off the tip of the bat for strike one. Counts now 2-1. We're still here in the top of the second with no outs. Here comes the pitch. He's down low for ball three. Counts now 3-1.
Got no outs and one on.
Here comes the 3-1. It's high and outside for ball four. Tucker Cotton will take his base. Now brings up Graham Stanford once again at the top of the order. This will be his third appearance at the plate. That's Jair Johnson standing on second. Here comes the pitch. Outside for ball one. Here comes the 1-0. Taken inside for strike one. Counts now 1-1. Runners on first and second. Here comes the pitch from Luca. Foul tipped back to the backstop for strike two. Again, scores 12-0 here in the top of the second. No outs. Here comes the 1-2. The ball is popped up in the foul territory. It lands just fair over the head of Daniel Carroll. Runners advance. Is this going to be a little bloop single for Graham Stanford?
I guess you can call that a Texas ligger.
It caught just landed inches away from landing on the first base foul line. Now this brings up Hunter Burrell. Here comes the 0-0. Bases loaded. Ball is popped up out into straightaway center field. E.J. Soto runs underneath it. Goes over his glove. 1 run will score. As that is Jair Johnson that comes in to score. Score is now 13-0 now.
Got to give him a base hit. Nobody touched it out there in center field.
Yeah, he just misjudged, just overran it just a little bit too much, and the ball went over his glove. So now here comes Ryder Starkey. He's already got 2 home runs in this game, all in the first inning. Here comes the pitch. It's taken outside for ball 1.
Both of those home runs were 3-run homers.
Here comes the 1-0. Ball is outside for ball 2. Here comes the 2-0. Just low count, catches the outer part of, just past the outer part of the zone for ball 3. Here comes the 3-0 from Luca. Taken outside for ball 4. That will score a run with the bases loaded.
That's better than a grand slam home run, right? They wanted him to hit that third one today.
So now that's scores now 14-0 in favor of Newhome. This brings up Ryder Watkins. Comes the pitch. This is just a bit inside for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Ball is hit into left field, just foul.
That would have been a Texas ligger. So 1-1 now?
Count is 1-1. Scores, everybody just tuning in, scores 14-0 with no outs here in the top of the second. Here comes the pitch. It's taken just outside for a ball. This should be ball 2. According to what I have.
2-1.
Counts 2-1. Comes the pitch. Just a bit outside for ball 3. Here comes the 3-1. The ball is crushed, but it is a foul ball out and down off of the first base line. Counts now 3-2. Jim, we mentioned Ryder Starkey earlier. He has 7 RBIs to his name.
Okay. With the base on balls, he got 1 just a moment ago. Prior to that, he's hit 2 home runs for 6 runs total.
Lucas shakes off the pitch. Here comes the 3-2. Is down low for ball 4, and that's going to drive in another run. So now this brings up Branson Beckham. Is now Coach DeLeon is over and talks to Luca. I think there's probably going to be a pitching change. There's a little meeting between him and Coach De Leon on the side. There is a pitching change. So now in comes number 20. I believe that is Cooper Osborne. I believe he is here. Oh, this is Sawyer. Okay, yeah, this is Sawyer Mackey that's pitching.
Got 2 number 20s on the team. Not officially. Well, Sawyer is on the roster somewhere with a different number, I do believe. But once again, Cooper Osborne. We're going to keep it here, Russ, because our computer's acting funny. So we're still streaming.
So anyway, this is Sawyer Mackey coming in relief for Luca Perez. As Luca ends with 1 innings pitched, 12 hits, 15 runs, 15 earned, walked 6, and struck out 1. It will be his final stat line of the day.
Will he stay in the game? Did you notice we went somewhere?
I just saw him go straight into the dugout.
May see him catch in the second game is because this is the first of a doubleheader to start off district play. And a commanding lead by the new home Leopards, 15-0, top of the second.
All right, so Sawyer Mackey's out there still warming up. Coming into the plate will be number 6, Branson Beckham. Beckham on the day doesn't have a hit in one at bat, but he did get on base with a walk and did score a run, and he also did strike out.
It caught looking the last time up, Russ. That would have been the last out of the first inning.
All right, Sawyer's all warmed up. We get the play ball signal from the official. Here comes the pitch from Sawyer. Just a bit outside for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Breaking ball is just a bit outside for ball 2. This game counts 2-0 here in the top of the second. No outs. Here comes the pitch. Ball is popped up into shallow foul territory. Is going to land foul.
In play, but not caught. Nice try by the catcher.
Counts now going to be 2-1. Again, the bases are still loaded. Sawyer goes through his routine. Here comes the 2-1. Just a bit outside for ball 3. Here comes the 3-1. And that's going to put Branson Beckham on base as another run comes in to score. Bases are still loaded. Score is now 16-0.
Unable to change the score right now, Russ, so excuse me on that. Our computer's giving us a little bit of fits, but it is 16-0.
Now this brings up Cooper Brown. Here comes the 0-0. It's taken down low for ball 1.
We'll try to remedy the computer after this half inning.
The breaking ball is just a little bit high for ball 2. Again, still here in the top of the second with no outs. Here comes the 2-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Brown grounded out in the first. In the second inning, he led off with a double.
Here Here comes the 2-1. Just a bit outside for ball 3. Counts now 3-1.
So no outs. Avon Madrid is on deck.
Comes the pitch. Inside, ball 4. Another run will come in to score as Brown takes his base. Now here comes Avon Madrid.
It's 4 base on balls in a row. Madrid walked his first time up, got a base hit his second, scored both times.
Comes the pitch. Ball is hit just foul short for strike 1.
Hey, we're back.
Count is 0-1. Score is 17-0. Here comes the 0-1. Down low and outside for ball 1. Counts now 1-1. Getting no outs here in the top of the second. Here comes the pitch. Ball is crushed but goes foul on the third base line.
Yeah, new home coach Webb had to duck that one. Probably couldn't see it on the camera.
Counts now 1-2. No outs here in the top of the second. Here comes the pitch. The ball is popped up. It is playable. Brian Saucedo runs underneath it.
Did he get it?
Yes, he did. Ran underneath it and caught it.
All
That's the
right.
first out.
So fly out to 5 for the first out of the inning.
So now this brings up Jair Johnson.
Johnson got on an error in the first, scored, and then he got a double in the second and scored as well.
Once again, bases loaded. Here comes the pitch. Just a bit outside. Ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Just a bit inside for ball 2. One out here in the top of the second. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Popped straight back to the catcher's net for strike 1. Counts now 2-1. Here comes the pitch. Just a bit outside, ball 3. Counts now 3-1, 1 out here in the top of the second. Here comes the 3-1. As Johnson will take his base, he'll bring in another run. So bring up Tucker Cotton to the plate now. Graham Stanford is on deck.
18-0, second inning, new home up.
Yeah, they're looking to get this game over in 3 innings. New home is. Here comes the pitch. Inside, strike 1. Good location on that pitch from Sawyer. Here comes the 0-1. Ball is grounded foul down the first base foul line. Counts now 0-2. And 1 out here in the top of the second. Score is 18-0. In favor of the Leopards. Comes the 0-2. Catches him looking. Strike 3.
Yeah, cut that inside corner.
Now this brings up Graham Stanford. This will be his 4th appearance at the plate.
Top of the order.
So far today, Graham Stanford is 2 for, as he takes the first pitch for a ball.
He's 2 for 2.
He's 2 for 2 hitting wise, but he did get on base with a walk and scored 3 runs.
Hit a triple and a base hit.
Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 2 outs now here in the top of the second. Comes the pitch. Catches just the edge of the bat, goes foul for strike 2. Counts now 1-2 with 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Catches the inner part of the strike zone. Side is retired now on strike 3. As we'll get set to start the bottom of the second inning. Your score is still 18-0. You're listening to Bowl Gold Baseball here on Post Sports Radio on YouTube.
Post-Dispatch is proud to support all of our local high school sports. They're excited to bring you all the weekly scores and highlights of your favorite teams, as well as keeping you informed about everything going on in the community. Subscribe today. You can choose to have your newspaper mailed to your home or business, or subscribe online and get the news when it's convenient for you. They're proud to serve the community and proud to serve Garza County. The Post-Dispatch, community news at the finest.
Welcome back to Bowl Gold Baseball here on Post Sports Radio. As this is district game number 1, doubleheader game number 1 between Post and New Home. Score heading into the bottom of the second is 18-0 in favor of New Home, as New Home was able to get 8 runs through that half inning, bringing their total to 18 runs on 12 hits. Bowl Gold so far officially have only committed 1 error, but that occurred back in the top of the first inning. So now as we move ahead to the order once again for Post, is now this should be Daniel Young coming up to the plate.
Yeah, he's batting 4th in the order.
He's batting cleanup. Daniel Young on the year is batting .500 through 3 games. Yeah, through 3 games played, he has an on-base percentage of 800 and a slugging percentage of 500.
All right. Who do we got out in the field for the Leopards? Anybody change, you think?
No, it is still Graham Stanford. As the final throwdown to second from the catcher is underway.
Following Young will be Brian Saucedo and then Jax Perez.
Daniel Young's batting lefty. Steps into the box now, takes his time. Here comes the pitch from Stanford. Ball is popped back over press box entirely for strike 1. Good contact. Daniel can straighten it out. He could be standing on base. Counts now 0-1. Comes the pitch. Good take for ball 1. Ball is just a bit outside. Comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Here comes the 1-2. Ball is grounded. Out to first. Underhand throw. Back to Stanford is in time. Daniel Young is grounded out on that one. And now this brings up Brian Saucedo. Brian Salcedo on the year. He has an on-base percentage of 167. He takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Comes the pitch. Ball is popped back up over the foul nets for a foul ball. Count is now 0-2. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Brian Salcedo strikes out. Now here comes Jax Perez. Jax on the year has a batting average of 125 with an on-base percentage of 467 and a slugging percentage of 125.
I believe he's a freshman, Russ.
Here comes the pitch. Takes the ball inside for ball one. Comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike one. Here comes the 1-1. Taken right down the middle for strike two. Counts 1-2 with 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. That retires the side. The Bowl goal put up. We're able to make contact with the bat. We're able to get no runs on no hits. Nobody left on base. Your score is 18-0, still in favor of New Home. So we get set to start the top of the third inning here on YouTube right after this.
It's springtime, and that means fleas and ticks are starting to target our little furry pals. Garza County Animal Hospital reminds you that although fleas and ticks are a threat to pets year-round here in West Texas, they become the most active during the warmer months. Get a jump start on your fleas and tick protection and keep your pet healthy and happy from a monthly application to a single pill taken every 3 months. Give us a call today to schedule your appointment. Garza County Animal Hospital, 495-3726.
Welcome back to Post Sports Radio's coverage of Bowl Gold Baseball as we get set to start the top of the third inning. Score is 18-0 in favor of New Home, as now the new pitcher on the mound is going to be Brian Salcedo. As I'm checking, he comes over from third base.
I'm not sure if Brian has pitched yet this year. No stats shown on the stat sheet.
Now it's going to be number 4, Caden Hawkins is going to be standing on third base for Brian.
Well, not on it. Close to it.
Well, he'll be.
He's in charge of that.
Yeah, he'll be.
sideline there.
He'll be in charge of third base while Brian is on the mound pitching. Sawyer Mackey finishes 1 inning pitched with giving up 3 walks and 2 strikeouts on 26 pitches. Luca Perez's pitch total from earlier in the day, he had 74 pitches, 37 of them were strikes. Sawyer Mackey pitched 26 pitches, 12 of those were strikes. Luca Perez faced 22 batters, Sawyer only faced 6.
All right, Russ, coming up, we got Hunter Burrell, followed by Ryder Starkey, and then Ryder Watkins.
This will be Hunter Burrell's 4th appearance at the plate today.
He's 2 for 2 with a double and a single, hit by pitch as well, has scored all 3 times on the base pad.
And is also credited with 3 RBIs. So Burrell takes his time getting back into the batter's box. Brian Salcedo gets the pitch. Here comes the 0-0. Taken down the middle, but just a bit high for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Ball is crushed out into left field. Going back to the wall. It's gone.
Oh, Lordy. Another home run for the Leopards.
That's the third home run for New Home today. It's a solo shot for Hunter Burrells. Now this brings up Ryder Stockey. He has, speaking of home runs, he has 2 home runs on the day for him. He's looking for home run number 3.
It is 19-0. New Home unable to change the scoreboard on your screen. Have a little issue with the computer once again. It's being fussy today.
Here comes the 0-0. That ball is crushed out into right field. Caden Hawkins is unable to get to the ball. He stops the ball at the wall. Ryder Starkey stands on second with a stand-up double. Now this brings up Ryder Watkins. Ryder Watkins on the day did get on base with a walk. He has 1 RBI. He's batting-wise 2 for 2. He has scored 2 runs as well. Comes the pitch. It's outside for ball 1. In top of the third, no outs. Here comes the pitch. Just a bit outside for ball 2. Gainer Carson Construction score is 19-0 in favor of New Home. Here comes the 2-0. Just a bit outside for ball 3.
Yeah, Posts will still get a chance to hit at the bottom of the third. Try to close the gap. Was it a 15-run, 3-inning?
15 after 3, 10 after 5. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be ball 4. Ryder Watkins is going to stand on first base. He'll get on base with a walk. Now this brings up number 6, Branson Beckham. This will be his 4th appearance at the plate. Runners now on first and second in the top of the third. No outs. Here comes the pitch. Just a bit outside for ball 1.
Beckham got on a walk. He struck out and also walked his 3rd time up.
Here comes the 1-0 from Saucedo. He's down low for ball 2. Once again, we're still in the top of the third. No outs. Runners on first and second. Brian Saucedo in pitching in relief of Sawyer Mackey. Comes the 2-0. That ball is hit hard down the third base foul line, but it goes foul. Counts now 2-1. Counts 2-1. Here comes the pitch. Just a bit high for ball 3.
3-1.
Counts 3-1. Runners on first and second. Comes the pitch. Just a bit high. Now the bases are loaded. Brings up Cooper Brown. This is going to be his 4th appearance at the plate.
He's got a double, grounded out once, and also got on a walk his last time up.
Did score a run, and he has 2 RBIs. Here comes the pitch. Ball is crushed, but it goes foul. Back over the bleachers for strike 1. Counts now 0-1.
Once again, what the score is 20-0, right?
19.
19, rather. Our scoreboard showing 18 until our computer stops settling down. 19.
Counts now 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. That ball is hit back into center field. E.J. Soto goes over E.J.'s head on a Takes a wild bounce. 1 run scores. 2 run score. Goes all the way to the wall. Throw back in to Daniel Young. Holds the runners at second and third. 2 runs do score. This brings your Carson Construction score now 21-0. As Brown stands up on second base with a double. Now this brings up Avin Madrid. This will be his 4th appearance at the plate as well. Here comes the pitch. Taken down the middle for strike 1.
And Madrid has walked, got a base hit, scored twice. He flew out his last time up to second base, or third base rather.
Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Again, there's still no outs. We're still in the top of the third.
Scored 21-0. You know, our scoreboard shows 18. I think we can get that changed now.
Ball is taken outside for ball 1. Counts now 1-2. Madrid loads up and is still ready to go. Here comes the 1-2. That ball is crushed, but it goes foul down the third base foul line. Count remains at 1-2. Runners on second and third. Here comes the pitch. Ball is taken down low for ball 2. It's Branson Beckham on third and Cooper Brown standing on second. Counts 2-2. He gets the pitch from Rodriguez. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Is a drop third strike. The throw down to first is in time. Retires another runner. Or retires the first. Should retire, I believe, the first runner of the day. So now this brings up, I think that should be Jair Johnson. Comes the pitch. Ground ball to Daniel Carroll. He steps on the bag. 1 run comes across. So now there's 2 outs now. That goes down as a sacrifice base hit. Now this brings up number 15, Tucker Cotton. He struck out. He has 1 strikeout. Got on base with a walk and did score a run. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball down the first base foul line, goes foul. The umpire gets a set of brand new baseballs to keep on tab. Cotton takes his time getting back into the batter's box. He steps in now. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Here comes the pitch. Ball's taken down low for ball 1. Counts now 1-1.
It's 1-1, right?
Here comes the 1-1 from Salcedo. Goes just a bit outside for ball 2. Getting 2 outs here. In the top of the third. Here comes the pitch. Was taken down the middle for strike 2. It's a good action on the breaking ball.
2-2. See another out here and get to the bottom of the third.
Senior Carson construction score is 22-0. Here comes the 2-2. Ball is crushed. It was almost caught by Daniel Carroll. As the runner is on base. It does quantify as a single as he was able to recover and try to make a play on the ball.
We'll have to give him an error on that rush. Hit the glove. So brought home who? That was Cooper Brown from third.
This is going to be Graham Stanford.
Makes the score 23-0.
Comes the pitch. Just a bit outside, or inside for ball one. Again, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Comes the 1-0. Just a tad bit inside for ball two. Counts 2-0 with 2 outs. Comes the 2-0. That pitch is crushed out into right center. E.J. Soto runs underneath it for the running catch. The side is retired, but New Home is able to add on with more damage, leaving the score 23-0 here as we get set to start the bottom of the third inning in what would, and unless the Antelopes are able to eat into the run and able to force a fourth inning, they are at risk of
a lot of catching up to do.
Being run ruled here in their half of the third inning. As New Home brings across 5 runs in their half of the inning, bringing their total to 23 runs on 16 hits and no errors. So coming up is going to be Isaiah Moreno, E.J. Soto, and Daniel Carroll.
If I may, Russ, we're having trouble with the computer. Can't play any commercials right now. I'd like to mention some of our sponsors. At the Garza County Animal Hospital, a family atmosphere for family pets. KSSL Radio playing the greatest country music ever recorded. Also, Garza County Animal Hospital, a family atmosphere for your family pets. Did I already say that one? I did. The Will and Crystal Osborne family, proud supporters of the Bold Gold Nation. Post Independent School District, we are Bold Gold. Carson Construction, sponsoring the score once again, right on the scoreboard. Post owned and operated. You can call 806-626-3811. Judge Lee and Marcia Norman supporting what's good for Post in Garza County. The Post-Dispatch, the newspaper of record for Garza County since 1926. The Dispatch is a corporate sponsor of Post Sports Radio and dominated by our very own Russ Morris. Just joking. But it is. Lasted, I think, front page, 8th page. Anyway, Post Family Dentistry, also a big sponsor. Small town values, state-of-the-art care. Russ, this is the last time the Antelopes may come back. They got to score what? They got to score.
They got to score at least. Well, they got to score a lot. Let's just
keep this game alive.
Yeah, let's just put it that way. They got to score a lot.
They got to score 9. Thank you. We're mathematically challenged. Thank you.
So that brings up Isaiah Moreno up to bat. Comes the pitch. Taken for strike one.
Moreno's the 7th batter in this game so far for the Antelopes. First time up.
Ball, second pitch is taken down low for ball one. Counts now 1-1.
Moreno bats. They got a good batting average of 444.
Comes a 1-1. That ball is hit, and it is a single. Isaiah's going to get on base with a stand-up single.
He is the first to get on base for the Antelopes today. So there, you got to get 9 runs to stay in the game. There's the first on first base.
That puts an end to the potential no-hitter that New Home was aiming for. So now this brings up E.J. Soto. E.J. has a batting average. Well, he's got an on-base percentage of 133. Pitch is taken for strike one.
You know, our scoreboard on the screen is not totally correct. We are at the bottom of the third. Score's right, 23-0.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. Here comes the 0-2 from Stanford. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As Isaiah now goes to second, he'll be standing on base with a pass ball or a wild pitch, whatever you want to call that on.
It was a swing and a miss. Catcher didn't hold on, but the batter's out for out number 1.
So now this brings up Daniel, the first baseman, Daniel Carroll.
But yeah, Isaiah Moreno did make it his way to second.
Checks the runner. Here comes the pitch. Was just a bit inside for ball 1. Cameron Menchaca standing on deck. Comes the pitch. Is taken for strike 1. Counts now 1-1 with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Stanford checks the runner at second. Here comes the 1-1. Just a bit outside for ball 2. Comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Stanford gets ready. Here comes the 2-2. It's taken just a bit high for ball 3. Counts now a full count at 3-2. Good job by Daniel Carroll to battle back. Here comes the 3-2. Check swing, but it's ball is in there for strike 3. Catches him looking. So now out number 2 is now this brings up Cameron Menchaca. Last chance for Post to do damage or to get on the board here in the third inning. In their half of the third. Here comes the 0-0. Ball is popped foul, but it'll land in the bleachers.
Ooh.
For strike 1. Once again, remind everybody, Carson Construction score is 23-0. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Stanford gets ready for his pitch. Here comes the 0-1. Little action is in there for strike 2. Stanford gets the pitch from the catcher. Here comes the 0-2. Ball's taken just high for ball 1.
First inning, Menchaca struck out, swinging.
Here comes the 1-2. Grounded right back to shortstop. The throw to first is in time. The side is retired.
Be a 6-3 put out. Retires the side, and that should be the end of the game as well.
No.
No, we're still going. We got to go 5 innings?
I think so.
Okay.
I think we got to go 5.
All right, we're still having issues with our computer, not able to change the scoreboard. It's not the top of the third. We go to the top of the fourth. Score is 23-0. That's correct.
So at the top of the order now for.
So are we assuming the rule for the 15-run rules only for softball, possibly?
Maybe. I'll have to do some research on that.
Well, I don't see Post out on the field, as they should be. So that may be it.
Because there is.
Wish we would know for sure.
Everybody, this is game number 1 of our double header.
All right, so the game is over, Russ.
Okay.
So the final score is what?
The final score is going to be 23-0 in favor of the new home Leopards. Yep,
All right.
and that, my game changer said it just went final.
Okay, so once we can shut down the computer, what we're going to take a break. We're going to stop this stream as soon as we can, and then we'll come back with the game 2 of this doubleheader against New Home here at David Nichols Park on Norm Cash Field. Final score of the first one, once again, is 23-0. New Home wins the first district game of their season, and Post loses theirs.
I can give some final stats for game 1 real fast if we want to right now.
Go ahead, sir.
Do that. The final stats, want to give credit where credit's due to the pitcher and slugger, Graham Stanford. He finishes the game with 3 innings pitched on 36 pitches, giving up only 1 hit, striking out 7 batters. Ryder Starkey led the way with 7 RBIs, getting on base 4 times, going 3 for 3 at the dish, hitting wise, scoring 4 runs. As the only standout that I can think of for the Bowl Gold is going to be Isaiah Moreno, going 1 for 1 with a single to try to get stuff going for the Antelopes.
Okay, that's going to wrap it up.
It's going to wrap it up for game number 1 of our doubleheader here on Post Sports Radio.
We'll be back shortly with game 2. It'll notify you on YouTube when it's